Hello, chat. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing all right. I'm doing okay. I'm a little sleepy, but that's pretty normal for me. On a work day, when I had to actually go into work today, we are drinking a Simply Spiked watermelon lemonade, courtesy of Emmykins. I think she doesn't like these, so she gives them to me, because then she doesn't feel bad if I have to like dump them out at the end of the night, because I only drink like a third of it or whatever. So it's okay, but we'll give it a go here. So we're doing more Rimworld tonight. I couldn't think of anything else to play, and I was talking to my buddy at lunch, and he's like, I'll watch if you play Rimworld. So I'm counting on him to be my like second viewer tonight. So we're just gonna fire it up. We're gonna get back into it. And oh, okay, apparently we're in the middle of a thunderstorm. That's kind of loud, actually. So we had captured a guy, and what were we gonna do? We were gonna kill him, I guess. Yeah, I think we're just gonna kill him. So expected quality 68%, because there's not a full thing. All right, well, that seems awfully loud. Okay, the game sounds like extremely loud. Can you guys hear that? I don't know if it's just in my ears or what. Let me crank that down a bit here. Seems a bit high. What, that game volume 42%? What is game volume? Is that, oh, is that like the, must be like, no, because that's the UI volume. I have no idea. What the heck? Just turn that down a little bit. And Sartari's here. Hello, Sartari. Welcome to Rimworld night. We are, I don't know what we're doing. I do have some important news to get to later, but we're gonna save that for when more people start trickling in, if they do. Very, very spicy news from the world of television and gaming. But we'll save that for a little bit later. I was gonna do something. My brain is furiously trying to figure out what my goal was, and now I have no idea. It's very awkward. Okay, let's just let the game run for a bit. We are currently rebuilding. That's good. I noticed that our freezer got a little full. That's probably not good, right? I guess we have enough food now. We don't need to grow anymore. We just have to live with that fact. Is there anything we can do with these cows? How are they? Okay, yeah, they're still doing all right with the nutrition consumption. I was gonna do the execution, that's true. Maybe we could put the corn somewhere else. I don't know. Maybe, oh, you know what? Weren't we literally just talking about the shelves? Could we do the shelves in the freezer? I have to assume so. Question is, like, where's the best place for them? Make like aisles? This is insane, chat. Whoa. This is actually gonna work. This is amazing. So hyped for this. Yeah, we'll just let that start cooking. That'll make a lot more room for our stuff. Why can't I? My brain is just like not functioning right now. What the heck? I go live. I have all this stuff ready to go. I click the go live button and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Chat, maybe we can start with you. How are you guys doing today? Maybe it's the alcohol. It doesn't work that fast, does it? killing brain cells as I drink it? Possible, I guess. I heard that was a myth, though. Like, it doesn't actually kill brain cells. Oh, that meat's gonna boil. No, guys, no. The refugees are leaving. Okay, goodbye, Borba. Goodbye, Quail. Thanks for fucking nothing. Now we're back to not having a good cook. Eh, we don't need a cook. We got enough food as it is. Let them leave. We'll see how long they survive out there on their own. Those poor fools. All right, we got to get this shotgun inside. Biofuel refining. Ooh. You didn't have any weapons of mine, did you? Did he steal our bolt action rifle, chat? I think he did. I think he took our bolt action rifle. He's lucky I don't want that. I mean, I kind of want... Ah, shit, a cold snap. Okay, we're gonna need heaters, right? Get some heaters going. I guess, yeah, right here would be good. Disease, infection, really? Lissa has learned... Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, this guy's gonna die. Can we still execute him? I think it's time. Yeah, let's get him. Let's get him out of here. Begin the execution. Alcohol can kill brain cells if you go too hard, but it's more a result of alcohol poisoning, says Sartari. Okay. I mean, I don't think I'm drinking that much. I'm drinking like probably a half of this silly can of spiked lemonade. Oh, quest completed. We've completed the quest Hopeless Refugees. What do we get out of it? Nothing. All right, time to kill him. Spectacular public execution. Everyone felt the rush of justice and power. Nice. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that. Now, hopefully you can hear the music in the background. I have to go frat boy hard to kill brain cells. All right, I have never gone that hard on the booze. When I was in the army, I didn't drink, but like all my coworkers did, like a lot. It was kind of crazy. Like people like drinking an entire case of beer, drinking like an entire box of wine. Just insanity. All right, let's see here. Some work sites nearby. We don't really do that kind of stuff. All right, we'll keep our eyes open and our ears open for any additional quests that might come up. And then when I was in school, like when I would have had what should have been my frat boy phase, I was already in my mid-20s and I was not interested in any of that, so I guess I missed it. I missed the fun times. Oh well. Sure, I'll be all right. Okay, we gotta turn this into food, please. So copy those settings, paste those settings, paste those settings. I guess we'll just paste them as we go. Oh, you were so close to having them done. Come on now. Now we're talking. Now this is storage. Finally, the shelves are actually useful. Hey, Arpeggiatura. I'm curious about your deck that you posted, because that's a lot going on there. I don't know how I feel about the RNG. It feels very RNG heavy, but it is a card game, so a little bit of RNG is to be expected. Even my deck suffers from bad RNG. So maybe, and that's all part of the whole snap thing. You saw someone else using the same deck? Yeah, I think realistically, as you get to the higher levels especially, there are only a handful of like deck archetypes that people are going to fall into. So you're going to see people using your deck. I've seen people using my deck. I've seen people using all kinds of decks, but they all tend to run relatively the same. Not, how can I explain this? It's like in any card game, you're going to have like meta decks, and those are the decks that are going to rise to the top, and people are going to net deck, and people are going to, you know, build around certain strategies that work. And that's just how it is. So if anything, it just means you're on the right track, right? You've somehow managed to design a good game. All right, Hull. So hopefully we can get some recruits at some point. I suppose I'm going to add humans back onto here. All right. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. Wow, how did that slip my mind like a ton? So we're going to change the schedules because I saw this awesome schedule online called the biphasic schedule. And basically it's they get 4 hours of sleep in 2 separate blocks. And we're going to try that out and see how that works, because apparently that's very beneficial. Yeah, Devil Dinosaur is a good like fallback for a lot of decks, especially anything that ends up getting a lot of cards. So I actually went onto YouTube and searched for Marvel Snap videos to just kind of see what the deal is, because I know there's a ton of Magic videos out there. You can just like chant people to just play Magic. It's their whole thing. Biphasic, yes. So they have 2 separate sleeping times, one at noon and then one in the middle of the night. So they still get 8 hours, but they, you know, they top up more often, if that makes sense. It's like he's gonna fill up his sleep, and then he's gonna go back to work, etc., etc. But, you know, you're still working and sleeping the same amount of hours. This was me looking at YouTube for how to be better at Rimworld videos, and that's just one that happened to come up. Somebody's like, check out this awesome strategy. I'm like, I like awesome strategy, sign me up. Hauling slate blocks. Okay. Sure. All right, freezer's looking good now. Atari says, I tried it before but didn't notice any real differences. I think the main difference that he was pointing out was that it'll fill up their sleep. These guys don't have comfort, so it doesn't matter as much. But it keeps their sleep from dropping below this, which keeps their moodlets high. Want Tech Priest apparel. We need a cape. All right, let's get a cape. How about cape made out of... We need 80 leather. I guess plain leather will have to do. And I should make some outfit policies. So he is the Tech Priest. New outfit. This will be the Tech Priest. And he is going to wear, I guess, whatever. But then 51 to 100 hit points. And he needs to wear cape. Yes, okay. So you are going to wear Tech Priest. Perfect. Oh, you tried in... Yeah, I mean in the game. Not in real life. I don't know that I could do a schedule like that. Just, it also doesn't help if you have like a normal job that has hours, because like they're not gonna let you go home to sleep in the middle of your shift and then come back to work the rest of it. I mean, I know there's some places where, you know, your shift is split like that and it's really annoying. I mean, maybe then you could do it. But yeah, no, I don't think it works so well in real life as people claim it does. It's like a lot of things. Like, maybe it works for some people, but then they assume that because it worked for them, like, oh, it must work for everyone, so I'm gonna sell you this book that tells you how to become a biphasic sleeper. Only $120. You'll become like a brand new man. You'll be the next Leonardo da Vinci. Probably not. Let's be realistic here. All right, we have some decent bedrooms. Mediocre. Why is it mediocre? It's rather tight, it says. That's fine. I think a lot of unrelated. My book release is coming up. Emmykins, you're gonna write a book release on how to be a better person using only lessons that apply to you. Okay, yeah, we need the kitchen. Oh, right, we don't have a cook. Keep forgetting. No one wants to cook. This is insane. All right, I think in that case, we're gonna start working on the wall. Like that. And then let's follow. Ah, that's gonna suck. I'm not gonna do that. Say like that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Like this? Yes, that works. Okay. Arpeggiature is trying to encourage 2 people I know to write a book. I mean, at this point in history, anybody can write a book. It requires very little investment. All you got to do is sit down and write the book, and then it can be on Amazon in a matter of days. But hey, you know, if you've got something to say, a book is one of the best ways to get it out there. Like, okay, so when you say write a book, do you mean like a novel or like a nonfiction book? One of those things is, I don't know, like an autobiography. I remember when I was in high school or middle school, my dad gave me Colin Powell's autobiography. Hold on, let me see if I can find a picture of it. It's called My American Journey. I don't know why he gave it to me, but my dad gave it to me. I never finished it because, you know, I'm in middle school. I don't want to read an autobiography of some like stuffy politician. Does chat, do you guys have any theories on why my dad would have given me that book? I think he was trying to like tell me something. He's a nerd. He'll love this. I think my dad actually read it though. That's the thing. Ooh, new lovers. Spook tried to woo strapping. Ooh, okay. Well, all right. Consider assigning them a double bed. It's done, my friends. There it is. Enjoy your new slab bed. No, I was a nerd, so he should have got me like some kind of fantasy book, which is I did get the Lord of the Rings trilogy at some point. I still had it up until, I don't know, I don't even remember. Maybe he was trying to influence you politically in some way. Maybe. It didn't work. Or maybe it did. Trying to widen my mind, Emmykin says. I don't know that he cared enough about that. But anyway, this came up because we were talking about autobiographies. And, okay, Arpeggiature saying they've got life experience to work off of. They're both in their 80s. Oh, wow. When you're 80, you don't want to write a book. Just like go, you know what's better than writing a book? Just set up a video camera and like go talk to them and then put it on YouTube. That's way more effective than a stuffy old book. I still have them apparently. Emikin says they're on a bookshelf upstairs. Okay, well, there you go. I've never read them and I probably won't. But I do have the Lord of the Rings books. For some reason. I mean, the reason is because I got them when I was a kid, but that's besides the point. Put a steel door there for now. Finish the walls here. I think, what was I talking about last time with books? I was talking about the Otherland series that I read. That I got super hooked on and had to get. And then, the other one I got was the Hyperion Cantos. Just the first two, though. That I got, and I... Oh, Psychic Soothe, male. Very cool. Can you guys try for baby? Okay, they're already married. Book tried to woo strapping by exaggerating her own brain power. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we've all been there, huh, fellas? Like, well, hello, ladies. I mean, this was the woman was doing the wooing in this case. Do women care about smart guys? Is that a thing? Is this a book club now? Emikins wants to know. Sure, why not? We can make it a book club. I'm sure Emikins has some books laying around she can add to the pile. Isn't? Hold on, let me find like a good book club book. Something that everybody would know, but nobody's read. What? Oh, I know. We could read Nicholas Sparks books. Emikins loves those. We got Safe Haven and The Notebook. And I'm not Googling these. I'm just off the top of my head. A Walk to Remember, The Wish, The Choice, The Best of Me, Dear John, The Longest Ride, The Last Song. Oh, these sound so bad. I can't believe people read this garbage. I mean, I can't believe it, I guess. Like, people read books in the same way that I play video games. You're not doing it to engage your mind in extreme gymnastics, you know? You're doing it to occupy yourself. It's a diversion from your mundane life otherwise. So it's understandable why people would read this stuff. They get the same feeling out of it that I get from playing Rimworld. All right, so we got a couple more pieces of wall to finish here. But after that, we will have enclosed everything in here, and then the only way in is going to be through here, so we'll just have to defend this one entrance. Where the Crawdads Sing, that was a Reese Witherspoon book club book once, but I never it. Emikin's never it. Yeah, that sounds like a kind of book club book. It's like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants? That sounds like a book club book we could read, guys. The first novel in the wildly popular #1 New York Times best-selling Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series. There's a whole series, apparently. In the first novel of the series, the reader... Oh, hey, Cat. How's it going, buddy? Cat's coming up here, guys. Let me see if I can get him on screen. There he is. Hey, check this out. Cat, hey, over here, buddy. Okay, he's leaving. As soon as I transition, he doesn't. He's out of here. It's like, I'm on camera, I'm gone. Get me out of here. It says, for a book no one reads, read not a Nicholas Sparks book. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to, like, what do people like me read? I guess I already said, like science fiction books. Like Dune. You guys want to read Dune? That could be a fun book club. The Star Shard Zero Book Club. We only read high-minded science fiction novels. And then also, what's the one? Starship Troopers. All right, Rogers, good work keeping everything clean. You're doing great work. How much silver do we have? Probably not quite enough to make a laboratory, but also maybe we do. Okay, if we want to make a high-tech research bench, we need steel and components, which makes me think we want to put it in here. And then we can seal this area off and use it as a... We can turn this into a sterile area. Let's go ahead and do that. Heat on the outside, heater right here. What are we doing on power? Oh, we might need more. Power needed. What? Current power use is low. I don't even know what that means. There's no way to tell me how much it's actually using. And I guess it's time to hook up the next generator. But before we do, I'll lay down some concrete here. Like so. I might like the Odyssey 1 series by Evan Curie. It's a sci-fi space military. Let's check that out. Odyssey 1. It's on Goodreads, which means it's a good read. 4.08 stars. Beyond the confines of our small world, beyond the well of our star, lies a galaxy and universe larger and more varied than any of us can imagine. Assigning the task of blazing man's first trail into that great unknown, Captain Eric Wested and the crew of the NAC Odyssey launch on a mission destined to make history. Ooh, that does sound kind of fun. It also sounds kind of schlocky. I was thinking, chat, of an idea for a book, which I'm sure already exists, but I haven't heard of it, so... Oh man, we could have had a prisoner to give him. Oh well. Maybe next time. They're down here. Maybe now is the time to open the hidden danger. Sounds like a choose your own adventure. You want me to make my book a choose your own adventure? It's not. Wait, it could be a choose your own adventure. If I was gonna make a choose your own adventure book, though, I would want to make a visual novel. But the plot of my book idea was there is a colony ship going from Earth to a nearby star. And it's going to take 3 generations. Basically, there's the generation of people that got on, the generation of the people that are born, the first generation of kids that are born on the ship, and then the generation that's going to, like, be born towards the end of the journey or be born on the planet. And I think you could follow a character from each of those 3 generations over the course of like 3 books or whatever, and see how they deal with like the challenges of being on a ship like that. You like the premise already? So initially I had just thought, okay, what if it's the novel from the perspective of a like teenage girl. Obviously I can't write that, so I'd have to talk to Emmykins. And she is the middle generation. Basically, she's born on this colony ship and she will likely die on this colony ship without ever having set foot on a planet. And she has to deal with that fact. Like, she didn't choose to be born here. she doesn't get a say in how her life goes because, you know, everybody has to be dedicated to this mission. Like, what is society like on a ship like that, where you cannot leave? And then, you know, you could draw parallels to like a real world. Like, well, I mean, you can't leave Earth, so most people can't leave their country or even their, like, the city they were born in. How does that affect things? Granted, I've lived all over, so it doesn't, I don't quite know that experience, but it is a thing. Yeah, there's a lot there. See, arpeggiator, there's so many different directions you could go. Unfortunately, I'm a terrible writer, so I never bothered doing anything with that. Right, did we get our... No, it didn't get built yet. Do we need more components, maybe? Do I dare dig into here? I think I do. Go for it. You can't really be homesick because you weren't born there. Maybe that sickness could be learned or inherited. Well, you would... I mean, they would have a library of media on board the ship, right? And they could be beamed messages for a period of time until they get out of range or whatever. But yeah, it's like this is the life she was born into. She has to basically exist to raise the next generation who are going to actually be the colonists. So yeah, maybe there's something there. Maybe I could like write up an outline or something. Oh, this uses power? Ugh. Well, at least it's finished. We can get some sterile tile going here. Looks like we can. Imagine being born on a spaceship, living your whole life there, and then suddenly you're expected to live on a world. I bet the agoraphobia would be bad. Yeah, I was thinking at the end of the book, like, she's lived to be like 90 something or 100 something. She's the last. She's like the oldest person on this ship at this point. And they finally arrive at this planet, and she like steps off the planet, or she steps onto the planet, and then she just like dies. Not like in a funny way, just, you know, like, oh wow, I lived through all this to see this beautiful sight, and now I'm dead. I can die happy. But that's a spoiler alert, so keep that one to yourselves, guys. Don't go posting that on 4chan. I remember when the... I guess it would have been the 6th Harry Potter book. And yes, I know Harry Potter's canceled. I don't do anything with that. But at the time, it was not. And I was reading the books. And I remember when... Oh, no, not uninstall. Reinstall at right here. Something. Somebody had posted on YTMND, which was the website that I frequented back in those days. There was a video or like a clip of somebody driving up to a crowd at a midnight release of Harry Potter and just shouting out the window, "Snape kills Dumbledore." In fact, I think we can still find that. We have file footage of this. I bet I could, maybe I could find the dang. Here it is. I think. Hold on. I think this is it, chat. Nobody submitted this for You Laugh, You Lose, but I'm gonna submit it for myself. It was a crazy time back then on the internet. You could just walk into like spoilers, and at the time we didn't even know what that meant.
I'm here at the Barnes & Noble, and you can't see it from here, but there's a giant crowd outside. and I am about to
E-Bombs World. Oh my god.
Then it is 1:02 a.m.
15 years ago.
This is Dallas, Texas. Let's see how pissed off these people get.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, did I not change to the correct scene? Oh, I didn't. Hold on, chat. It's mostly just audio, but I will show you guys the full video. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Thank you, Emmykins. I gotta click the button to make the scene change. Look at this video quality. This was 2000 whatever. E-Bomb did get canceled. Eric Ballman. They were stealing content and putting it on their website. Here we go, chat. He's gonna do it.
I suck at driving on one of his minivans.
He's driving his mom's minivan and driving by Harry Potter fans.
And I have a friend up there that's probably never gonna forgive me for doing this, but oh well.
Come on. Let's drive by. Oh man. This is so good. Come on. Really dragging it out, huh? What is he recording on?
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Okay, that's not the one I was thinking of, but that's basically there were all kinds of videos like that at the time. And it was really funny. Well, it's funny now. At the time, I was like, oh, I guess you can just have like plot reveals spoiled for you. Okay, so we need a research project, I guess. Get rid of this. Let's move this over here. So Tari, just talking about stealing content and posting it online, which obviously no one would do in the modern day. What are your thoughts, Sotari, on AI generated art? I was watching a video about the legality of it yesterday, I think. And it's like a whole new body of law that's going to have to be written to address like copyright in a world where like a machine can generate art. I'm not sure if it's even possible to like have a conversation about that via Twitch. Might be too deep of a topic, honestly. Yeah, there we go. Still good. I'm just playing some Rimworld here. Because I know, Satari, you're an artist. As an art person yourself, I am not an artist. So what I see in this AI art craze is, wow, finally me, a non-artist, can create or can like request things to be created. And I don't have to like be an artist to get it. Atari thinks it's fine. All right, I guess we can have this conversation via Twitch. Arpeggio Tourist says, I've seen one artist take a sketch they had for an image and feed it into an AI generator with amazing results. Yeah, I think it's like, on one hand, it sucks that, you know, it's going to put some artists out of business or whatever. But on the other hand, it's also a great tool. Anyone bitching about something taking all the art online and using it to make its own iterations is bitching about anyone that learned to draw by doing the same. I think people probably are bitching about that too. Like, you can't copyright a style of art. Like the opposite of an artist's eraser. Takes a little image and then beefs it up a little bit. That's super cool. It's a tool. All right, chat. Well, I think now's a good time. So we're about 30 minutes into the stream, maybe a little bit more. I do have some important announcements. As you guys know, Justin Roiland was canceled recently. He's been removed from Rick and Morty, but the show is going to go on. And just today I was reading online that they announced who was going to be replacing him to do the voices of Rick and or Morty on the show. And it is Chris Pratt. To me, it opens up creative creation to people without the talent or time to develop the skills. Yeah, exactly. Can't tell if that's a joke or not. Well, I guess we'll just assume that it is one or the other. They'll prove it otherwise. It's a joke until it's not, right? The psychic soothe is ending. Children. As they get older, children gain traits, etc., etc. Children have a learning need which can be fulfilled several ways. You can see with the learning activities, blah, blah, blah. Satisfied learning need helps a child gain growth years faster, resulting in more passions and choices during growth moments. Children can only wear special child-sized apparel. Oh. By default, children age 4 times faster than adults. Sure. So they gain 4 years per year? Mario, yeah, Chris Mario Pratt is going to be voicing Rick and Morty. He's not going to change his voice at all. He's just going to use his regular Chris Pratt voice. Ooh, yeah. So Tari also makes another good point about AI art. Companies using it for marketing purposes takes a paying job away from people who do that stuff. I feel like AI art tends to have a bit of a like stench on it. Not like it doesn't literally smell. I just mean like you can look at something and be like, yeah, this is not quite, it's not bespoke, right? Like not somebody didn't sit down and design this from the ground up. I think companies are still, most big companies especially, are going to be wary of AI art for the time being, at least. But for like a hobbyist artist like me, or just, you know, generating it stuff for fun or like interesting pictures to look at, I don't see the harm. And yeah, sometimes you get like ridiculous looking pictures and you can be like, oh, that's, you know, that's AI art for you. Sometimes it just gives people 3 eyes and 2 heads. Sometimes the hands come out wrong, but that's normal for art, I think. Most people who do draw humans have issues with hands and or feet. The Allegra art style. Is that the one? Hold on. I think I know what you're talking about, Sotari. Oh yeah, the like bog standard corporate art style. Flat design is so terrible and lazy. Corporate art style, know your meme. Thank you, know your meme, for explaining how all this stuff works. Big corporate art style starter pack. Share if you hate this fucking art style. Here, there's a we have a meme image here that I will now place onto the stream so you can see what we're talking about. There she is. Look at that. Look at this. Which character is this? Is this like Soy Jack or Woe Jack, or I don't know. So maybe somebody more well versed in the internet can explain it to me in the comments. But yeah, that's a guy. That's a character. Okay. The floppy color-based corporate art. I mean, it's popular now, but you know, something else was popular before and something else will be popular after. It's just, that's the way of the world, I think. And we can start digging out this area. And I gotta say, I don't like that there's components there. We'll have to work around that. It's been popular for 15 years. Oh, okay. I didn't realize it had been around that long. Holy cow. I gotta look at more art. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm still a little disappointed about the lack of new colonists. We're still only hovering at 4. I guess that's one of the downsides of smaller raid sizes. You get fewer chances to capture raiders and recruit them to your side. But, you know, whatever. That's the risk you take. Maybe we'll get a quest at some point. Search for the artifact. Ship to the stars. We don't care about those right now. How are we doing on nutrition? We're almost up to the 5 again. So we'll probably have to slaughter a cow here at some point. Yeah. Another bedroom ready to rock. And we still have not gotten geothermal generator up and running. Start working on that now. And then we will run some power. Hook everything up. Make sure it's all linked. What kind of art style should, I mean, I guess it should be dependent on the company using it, right? The company should have their own branding. But yeah, everybody's using the same flat, boring style. It's not it's nothing fancy about it. It's just boring. Like, oh, it's flat colors and shapes. Easy to read, easy to make. Very boring. I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't know anything about art. Why is it called the Allegria art style? Who made the Allegria art style? Allegria is an illustration system developed by LA-based creative agency Buck, specifically for Facebook. Oh, Facebook. There you go. That explains it. Well, just another way Facebook ruined the world. Did I tell them to dig this up? I honestly cannot remember. If I did, then so be it. Let's get the vents in here. And then every company went, hey, I could do that. And it became the thing. What about animation? Wasn't there a big... People were making a big stink about the, like, CalArts style of animation. Is that still a problem? Or is that, did that go away? Because people were talking about, what, it's like Steven Universe, Thundercats, Roar. That, like, trying to find like an example of this. The, like, the big eyes and the thin outlines. Look it up. CalArts style. Okay, so they've got Gumball on there. They got Steven Universe. They got, what's the one, Star versus the Forces of Evil? Gravity Falls. It went away because the shows turned out well. Okay, people stopped bitching about it. Gotcha. Gotcha. See? I hear about these things and then they go away and they're not a problem. Then sometimes somebody makes a video about Star Wars and now all of a sudden I get angry. So what does this guy have? He has tox grenades. Oh, that's fun. Okay, he is a genie, so he is delicate and a wimp. So maybe we'll try to beat him down and take him prisoner. So is he preparing or what? Okay, he's just attacking immediately. All right, everybody, wake up. We got a genie to fight. I love that the base alarm went off right when you said Star Wars. Yeah, it's almost like it was waiting. I was thinking about this today because I'm sure I've told you guys many times, my coworker loves Star Wars, or at least likes it more than I do, which is not hard. And I don't know why. Okay, let's beat him down. Just smash him to pieces. Shouldn't take too long, right? He's a genie. He'll go down easy. There. Oh, he's just dead. What did he die to? I just hit him with guns. I didn't even shoot him. What the heck? Dude, come on, man. I wanted to recruit him. But he was talking about how he saw the first Star Wars in theaters when he was 4. He's old. He's like an old man. And then he saw the prequels when he was like in his 20s or whatever. And I guess enjoyed them well enough. I don't know. I totally forgot the conversation we had only earlier today when we were talking about Star Wars. And I don't get it. Like I've seen the Star Wars movies, except like the more recent ones, I guess. And they're okay. Like some of them are pretty good, but it's like, is it worth turning your whole life into like a Star Wars festival? Like you watch all the shows and you see all the movies and you buy all the toys. You get the Star Wars bedspread. It's like, chill, man. It's just a movie with varying degrees of quality. It's crazy. Oh, we got a clip. Is this okay, this is the clip of the guy attacking. Somebody heard I was talking about Star Wars. There's a trade ship passing nearby. They are a slave ship. Unfortunately, we don't have enough money, but I suppose we can see after Hole finishes his lunch if they have anything else that they sell. Or they will buy even. We can sell the flake. I would like to purchase somebody. Why does it change? Look at their bio here. Undergrounder and annoying voice. Do you have a cook maybe? He's a Neanderthal. Okay, we don't want a Neanderthal. Shooting, melee. So you'd be a soldier basically. Nudist, too smart and kind. That'd be pretty good. Hey, Rilip's here. Rilip, you missed the big announcement. I'll reiterate it for you because I'm sure you want to know about this. So you know how they removed Justin Roiland as the voice of Rick and Morty? They announced the person it's gonna be. He's gonna be replaced by Chris Pratt. I'm tempted to sell the machine pistol, but also I don't really want to. So I'm just gonna sell the flake and call it good. What? Oh, we're repairing. Shit. Stuff is breaking down. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. It's a me, Rick. No, he's gonna use his normal Chris Pratt voice. And he's gonna say stuff like, "It's me, Morty. It's your Uncle Rick," or Grandpa, or whatever. Grandpa Rick. I do have an Uncle Rick, so it's very confusing for me. He just uses his own voice for every character he plays. His Mario voice is the same as his Garfield voice, is the same as his Lego movie voice. I mean, he's fine for the Lego movie because his character's supposed to be like a boring average guy. Shouldn't be playing Mario. This holds okay. This does have food. Good. It's crazy, is what it is. How did this man get into voice work? Because he's so cool. Obviously. That was specifically what Shigeru Miyamoto said about picking him. Miyamoto announces Mario movie with Chris Pratt, Anya Taylor-Joy, etc., etc. Well, I don't want to watch the whole movie. Just take my word for it, chat. He said he's so cool. He got into voice work the same way he got into regular acting. He's just Guy. He's like generic Guy. It'd be the same way if I got into acting. They'd get me as generic Guy. He's not a character actor. He's just, I don't know. It's like Tom Cruise. But I'd hate to, then again, I don't want to like say he's as good of an actor as Tom Cruise. I just want to emphasize that he is not, he doesn't really play roles. He just is Guy. I already do better voices than him. Yeah. So if somebody wants to hire me to do voice acting, actually, you know what? How about this? You don't even have to hire me. You can just, I will voice in your thing for free, for exposure. How about that? I'll expose myself. An ancient complex. Heck yeah, we'll take that. I'll expose myself to be in your project or whatever. Who's a better actor than Tom Cruise? Tom Hanks? Let me see if I can find somewhere. Tom Holland, Tom Hardy, Tom Hooper, Tom Brady, Tom Hiddleston, Tom Green, Tom Arnold, Tom Berenger, Tom Sizemore. And these are just famous Toms. I will expose myself. Listen. Oh, remember, weren't we talking about Tom Hiddleston dating Taylor Swift at one point for some reason? That came up. Tom Hiddlesworth. That's a made-up one. Have I seen Top Gun? No. I haven't seen any of the Top Guns. I haven't seen... I mean, there's only two. I haven't seen either of them. It's not really my style of movie. That being... It is a movie, therefore I'm not going to watch it. So the last time I watched a movie, it was really boring. Forced weather for pay. A yeoman of the refugee empire wants to perform a low power test of one of her ship's area attack weapons. If she does, a weather control system will be foggy rain for 12 days. Okay, we have an armor skin gland. This bionic gland releases chemicals, unfortunately makes them ugly. So reduces their beauty, but increases their armor, which could be pretty good. Or we get the orbital bombardment targeter, which is hilarious. Of all the movies Rilla has seen, Top Gun is one of them. One of the movies of all time, he says. Yeah, we'll take that, sure. Hook me up with that forced foggy rain for however many days. There's no skin off my nose. And there is our plasteel and gold. We'll be using that later. Rilip says, I couldn't date Swift. You don't have to explain enough about that. Just say I couldn't date Taylor Swift. I mean, we all know. I don't think any of us could date Taylor Swift. Like, from a logistical standpoint. She doesn't know who we are. We're not famous enough for her. I'm convinced like celebrities should not date other celebrities. And I realize that's gonna cause trouble because like how do you know if somebody's dating you because you're a celebrity if they know you're a celebrity, you know? What are the options for famous people? Like what do you do if you're famous and you want to like find a partner who is not somebody who knows you already? I guess you don't. Dolly Parton's been married to a non-celebrity. Okay, yeah, except Dolly Parton presumably met this person 50 years ago, possibly before she was famous. You know who is also married? I mean, a lot of people. Let me finish the question. Hold on. Meghan Trainor is married to Daryl Sabara, who was the boy character in the Spy Kids movies. And they have in their bathroom 2 toilets. I think we've talked about this before. Here's the picture. I don't want to watch the video. Man, I hate the internet. I literally just wanted to see the picture. Anyway, Meghan Trainor has 2 toilets in her bathroom. And it's so stupid. It's kind of gross. Just ran up against a Gambit deck, apparently destroying 4 of my cards. Oof. Yeah, Gambit can be... Were they running Wong? Gambit can be pretty brutal. Not usually against my decks, but, you know, if you're really important. You could say he was all about that base B. Sure, we could say that. Rilip runs Gambit. Yeah, Gambit's great in a discard deck. But it can also be, you know, annoying. We can sell Ambrosia, which I'm not going to. I'm going to sell the Tox Grenades. I'm going to sell the stuff that we're not going to use. It looks like we have yet another slave ship stopping by. So why don't we see if they have a cheaper slave for us? Oh, base minus B. I mean, the whole song was always about, like, she has a fat ass. So, sure. This is an Impid. That's desert person. Who breathes fire. Oh, this person seems good. They can't cook, though. Just kidding. They don't seem good at all. Alright, forget it. Triple rocket launcher, maybe? Can't afford it. Assault rifle would be really good. Also, cannot afford it. Maybe we get rid of some of the gold. Okay, let's see here. I don't want to sell all of it. I just want to sell enough. That we don't have to... Yeah, like that. And then who is our best shot? Let's take a look here. 5, 2, Hull is our best shot. So Hull is going to get the new and improved assault rifle. Gold is $6.90 a pound. That's some deflation. Well, keep in mind, this is in the far future, Rilip. It's in the year 2069. Probably. $2077. What makes a man come? Also, it's research time, isn't it? So let's do... We have autocannon, transport pod, shields, multi-barrel weapons, gene processor. Precision rifling. That gives us assault rifles, I guess. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having assault rifles. Grab that. Peter Rock says, I have played that song enough live to have gone from this sucks to I kind of like this to oh god, we need to learn new songs. You've been playing All About That Bass live. What does that even mean, Beetle Rock? Are you in a band? Or are you like a DJ or something? Who's singing? If you're in a band. That's interesting. All these things I didn't know. Yeah, that's, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that song. It's like, it's stupid, but it's also, it kind of like goes back around to being kind of funny. Like, all of her songs kind of are. Like, Dear Future Husband is like stupid, but then it's funny. He just plays it in his living room, Rilip says. Yeah. The other personalities are getting mad about it. Well, you tell them to shut up. Don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. We've got lights. All right, well, in that case, we are going to move this two across. We're going to move the education area over here. Like so. And this is going to be kind of like the children's area where they hang out. This is going to be our rec room. We already discussed this. We also need another light. We don't have enough steel? What the heck? We ran out of steel. It's crazy. How does this keep happening? Fine. We'll get through this, chap. These difficult times where it's just foggy rain all the time. How are we on? Nutrition is still good. The cows are still eating good. I should steal some steel. Steal yourself. I'm going to steal your steel. Chat, I think it's time we had a frank discussion about what the best Disney movie is. Animated Disney movie. So, somebody else in chat go first. Rilip, you go first because you're old. What's your favorite Disney movie, Rilip? Aladdin? Arpeggiator is saying Aladdin. That's all right. We're off to a good start. Philip says Lilo and Stitch, a more recent one. Okay, I'm wearing my my Hawaiian shirt, so Lilo and Stitch gets a plus from me. Another one for Aladdin from Sartari. Wow. Okay, we got some Aladdin lovers in the chat. I know Emmykins is gonna say Aladdin too. I was gonna say Atlantis, but I guess I have to go Aladdin then. Aladdin and Mulan for Emmykins. If they're gonna make any live action remakes, they should do Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Because that would, I'm hoping they do it just to bankrupt themselves. It would be amazing. Most expensive movie ever made. They literally funded an expedition to Atlantis to make this movie. All right, we got a bulk goods trader now. Guess we need to start deconstructing stuff. There's one over here. Looking around for any. There's one there. Just trying to gather stuff up while I'm out and about. I think that's it. Just 3. It's possible that was all the starship chunks. Yeah, that does appear to be. Atari didn't care for Atlantis. Wow. That's interesting. What about Treasure Planet? So many people that I interact with, not like physically, mostly YouTube videos, love Treasure Planet, and I've never seen it. Never saw Treasure Planet, says Rilip. Yeah. I don't know. It was that weird time, the transition between 2D and 3D animation, and I don't know. A lot of those movies came away looking worse by comparison. Not saying they're bad, just, you know, they ended up being not as good. So we could sell off some of our less useful leather. I think we're gonna do that. Sell the human leather for sure. We don't need that. Guinea pig fur. We could sell the uranium. The new Trigun has the 3D. So Tari enjoyed Treasure Planet. Oh, okay, I don't know. No idea then. The new Trigun has what? Weird CG stuff? Sword in the Stone, says Sartari. Nice. We could sell off some of our calves. We could sell off some of our cows. Sure, why not? We don't need all them cows. That's just extra money for us. All right, and then we will bring on... I don't think we care about cloth just yet. What else do they have? Medicine, yayo, dye. Yeah, I don't think we need any of that stuff. We'll just sell a couple of cows. And we'll call that good. We'll just take the money. Hopefully somebody comes by. Actually, let's buy some components. We're gonna need a ton of those. There we go. Rilip says, I think it looks strictly worse than what came out 20 years ago for Trigun. Let me see. Let me see if I can find like a comparison. The new Trigun. Oh, yeah. Man, what? Are there any shows out there right now that are just like really good 2D animated shows? Keep in mind, I don't watch any anime, so... I mean, there probably are. I just don't know. It's like the new Trigun is rendered in Genshin Impact. Wow. You know they're making a Genshin Impact anime, right, Rilip? Of course he knows that. He's already watched the trailers. Like, what am I talking about? Atari likes Star Trek Lower Decks. Wow, okay, you're the first person I've heard say they like that show. It's not just like a Redditor. So do you like regular Star Trek, or is this just like different for you for whatever reason? What are my fertility procedures? Yeah, we could take that. That could be useful. Since I said I love that show. Okay, you love the show. Gotcha. Crunchyroll went paid only. I haven't actually seen much of any anime. Okay. Yeah, who do they think's gonna pay for anime? Like, these people don't know what year it is. Netflix has some anime on it, doesn't it? What does Netflix have? Netflix has Death Note. Anime. Best Netflix anime. This is from 2023. Okay, so this has been updated. High Rise Invasion. So this is a... Okay. Oni Thunder God's Tale. This is not... This is anime? Exception. Okay, I literally don't... Tekken. They made a Tekken anime. Oh, Spy... Okay, Spy X Family I have heard of. Kotaro Lives Alone. Kotaro Sato, a 4-year-old boy living on his own, moves next door to Shin Karino, a manga artist. Okay. Little Witch Academia. Okay. Spriggan. Eden. Comey Can't Communicate. I've heard good things about that one. Death Note, of course. High Score Girl. One Piece. One Piece is on Netflix? Maybe now I can catch up. I only have to watch like 600 episodes. The Orbital Children follows 2 children born on the moon and 3 from Earth. The story takes place in outer space on a Japanese commercial space station. Oh, that's kind of cool. Record of Ragnarok. Demon Slayer. 7 Seeds. Agretzko. Emmy can just watch that one. It really feels bad for whoever tries to binge watch One Piece. Don't feel bad for them. They know what they're getting into. Super Crooks. Be the Beginning. Code Geass. Doro Hedoro. What the heck is this? This looks crazy. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah, I know everybody talks about that. Cowboy Bebop. Oh, I heard the live action one was really good. Beastars. That's another CG show that people don't care about. If you prefer your shonen occasionally not safe for work and built on a narrative designed to explore themes like prejudice, choice, introspection. I feel like they're missing an and there. Then Beastars may be the slice of life fantasy series for you. Violet Evergarden. Erased. Hunter Hunter. It's Hunter x Hunter, but it's pronounced Hunter Hunter. They actually explain that in this article. Comey's funny, but the gimmick got quick, or the gimmick got tired fairly quick. The Disastrous Life of Psyche K. Great Pretender. Okay, there you go. That's it. Thanks, IGN, for giving me the rundown on that. Again, I don't really watch TV. I don't watch anime. I don't watch movies. I only play video games. If you have a question about video games, I can probably answer it. But other than that, I don't know. We'll say that up front. I don't know. Beastars is one of those ones I got irritated with, says Sotari. Because they'll spend a huge amount of time building something up, then completely undoing the whole point of it. All I know is it's like a furry show. That's all I got. I think the only anime that I've actually sat down and watched has been the original Fullmetal Alchemist, which I watched in high school to try to like quickly get on board with anime. And the second one was Death Note, which I guess Emmykin's got a recommendation for, so I kind of like half watched that one. But other than that, I only watch people review anime because I'm a weirdo. I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. You ever see me without these headphones? It's weird. All right, time for the rec room. Let's go. We would like a poker table, a billiards table. Unfortunately, it's going to require the lights are in the way, huh? What about a TV? We need more steel, it says. We have enough steel, it's fine. But I don't want to have a crappy tube TV. I want to get like a good TV. Oh, and the original Persona 4 anime, that's right. That almost doesn't feel like an anime though, because it's literally the story of the game, which I did play. But sure, yeah, I guess that's technically an anime. Highly recommend that game, by the way. As someone who can actually talk about games, I've dedicated my entire life to the playing and enjoyment and sharing of video games. All right, now we just I guess we're just waiting for something to happen in this game. Hopefully it happens soon. Area revealed. What did we discover? Literally this one square. Guaranlin pod has sprouted nearby. Oh, How useless. Yeah, even Emmykins likes Persona 4. It's very rare that Emmykins will actually play a video game. Hold on, chat. I got a piece of dust in my mouse. Get out of there. Just like dust all over the place around here. What the heck? Shoot frenzy. Strapping has a shoot frenzy. Strapping, you aren't a shooter though. You're a knifer. Maybe I could train him up real quick. I don't know. I wish you would have had a construction frenzy. That would have been much more useful. Oh well. Do a marble wall to blend in a little bit better. Like so. All right, chat, let's hear. Okay, we talked about Disney movies. Now let's talk about anime. I don't know how we got onto this topic, but we did. I guess we were talking about like traditional 2D animation. If somebody came to you and they said, "Hey, I want to get into anime. What do you recommend? What show should I watch?" What would you say to them? I realize these could be two separate questions because you might not necessarily want to recommend your favorite anime to someone entirely new to the culture. I don't want to call it a genre because really it's animation from Japan. It could be literally anything. It could be sci-fi, it could be fantasy, it could be isekai. It's probably isekai. It could be slice of life. Could be all these things and more, or probably less. A war merchant from the Confederacy of Sierra. These people are tribals, so they probably don't have anything we want, unfortunately. But, however, hold on, strapping, buddy. I need you to deconstruct this and then like run. We're gonna see what's about to happen here. This is about to get messy, I'm sure. Whoa, 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 what are those? Scorcher, oh shit. Dude, you better start running now. You better get the heck out of here, dude. Oh, fuck. This was a mistake. Get out of there. Keep running, keep running. Don't stop. Do not stop. Oh, jeez. Okay, what happened? You got a little Bernie. But he's okay. Now we know what we're dealing with here. Wow, those things are fast. I was not expecting them to be that fast. Flat screen television would be good. What is this, an ancient barrel? There's a bunch of crypto sleep caskets. There's a hermetic crate. How do we deal with these? They're very fast. I guess now would be the time to go after them. Because it's raining. Rilip is saying Natsume's Book of Friends. Let's check that out. Natsume's Book of Friends. Rilip, I can't watch this. It's pornographic in nature. I'm kidding, Chad. It's not. It looks like wait. It says 2008 to present. Is it still going? What the heck? When Natsume Takashi inherits a book that belonged to his late grandmother, he realizes the book is filled with the names of spirits she defeated and bound to her will. Holy shit. He then decides to return their names so they can be free once again. Well, that's nice of him. So he just goes around and he's just, he just got all these cool spirits and they're going around doing stuff. I can dig it. Medical treatment needed. Yes, he got a little burnied. I I don't know what the plan is for dealing with these things. But what? Okay, there is some glitter world medicine, which is going to deteriorate. There's a psychic animal pulsar and a psychic soothe pulsar, both of which could be really good. Man, I wish I had some EMP grenades or something. That'd be really helpful right now. Do we have any Rimworld experts in the chat with some advice on how to deal with this? Also, it'd be really cool. All right, well, let's just send out the entire squad here. Maybe we can, you know, put enough damage on them and spread them out enough. Build the wall and never look over there again. No, come on, Rilip. That's a terrible idea. We're not here to build walls. We're here to fight stuff. We're here to kick ass and shoot robots. All right? Man, that did a lot of damage, though. I don't like that. And I'm all out of robots. Okay, fine. Maybe anime is like too obscure. How about like a favorite movie? Like just in general. These are fun things to talk about. My favorite movie is Titan AE. The animated film that killed Fox Animation Studios. The final nail in the coffin. Put an end to Don Bluth's career once and for all. Trade caravan is now leaving. Okay, good. Maybe they'll walk past. Nope, they will not. They will not do that thing that I wanted them to do. I think my best bet is going to be to try to aggro one at a time and lure them out. So maybe I shoot one. It comes out. We kind of like stay spread out a bit. Rhapsody Street Kids is Sotar. Yeah, okay. I'm sure it is. Imagine if that was somebody's favorite movie. You wouldn't want to associate with that person anymore. You'd be like, really? Are you sure? Spaceball? Ooh, Spaceballs. Classic. Spaceballs is all right. I feel like it's, I don't know, like Star Wars has become a parody of itself. It's almost like you don't even need a parody of Star Wars anymore. Oh shit, we got him. Nice. All right, we're fucking them up. I guess we just hold this position and hope that they pop around again. Come out here, dude. Come on. Come on. Let's get a little closer. I've actively watched Spaceballs more often than any other movie, next being Princess Bride. See, that's a movie that I need to see more of. Because I have not seen nearly enough Princess Bride. And by not enough, I mean any. Oh, shit. Get in there and hit him, hit him, hit him. Oh, shit. Get him. We got him. We did it, chat. We got one. Okay, let's... Oh, he got on fire. Put yourself out, idiot. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right. All right, come on. Come on, keep hitting him. Keep hitting him. You're so close. Strapping is just getting fucked up here. Okay, we're done. You guys are free to go. Let's start breaking down the mechs. Shred mechanoid, do forever. And hopefully strapping isn't too burned up. He took those like a champ though. Proud of him. So let's do that. I'm embarrassing Emmykins in front of chat. Well, how am I? How? That needs to be one of our movie nights, Atari says. I mean, maybe. Yeah, we could definitely throw that in the rotation. But anyway, Emmykins, let's get your favorite movie in here. See what her favorite movie of the month is. because I feel like it changes so often. Like, oh, first it was Jersey Boys, then it was not another teen movie, then it was something else. It's always something. Oh, I'm embarrassing chat with my lack of movie knowledge. I think another favorite is The Last Unicorn. That's an animated one, right? The Last Unicorn. From 1982. Wow. Yeah, they don't make them like they used to anymore. This was back when animation was like not CG all the time. Not Another Teen Movie was never on the favorite list. I know. Maybe it should have been. Do anything here? We can make helmets, I guess. The problem is making helmets takes away the slice hats or whatever. Ah, shit. We need to make more slice caps. What does it take to make slice caps? What? Oh, okay, hold on. Like a lot of things just happened all at once there. We're gonna make these out of steel. Yeah, we're gonna make it out of steel. Make one. Shack of Valuables. There's an L-Tex helmet. Okay, I don't care. L-Tex helmets are not high on my list of things that I want. Alright, shredded up a nice mechanoid. Everybody's running around too fast. Man, the slice caps get torn up pretty quick, huh? Alright, you are grabbing a mechanoid. Okay, guys, don't forget about grabbing the other stuff down here. It's kind of important. Should also put Glitter World medicine. There we go. Atari says, then there's my love of 80s with 80s sci-fi with the likes of Batteries Not Included, Flight of the Navigator, it's a good one, Explorers, and Short Circuit. What is Batteries Not Included? That's someone with a robot? No Google, not Batteries Plus. There, yes, it does have a robot. You know what this movie kind of makes me think of is Flubber. The Robin Williams one. It's the floating robot, I think. Emmykins has a list of favorite movies of all time. She actually has one, chat. It's crazy. Combat supplier. Ooh. See what they got. And by see what they got, I mean wait for Hole to wake up from his nap. He'll be done shortly. All right, let's see what they got. We can sell a steel knife, a wooden club, and a steel knife. We can sell the revolver for sure. We can probably at this point sell the shotgun. Maybe the sniper rifle? We can't afford the sniper rifle. What am I saying? I'd love to get some marine armor, but as you can see, it's quite expensive. Cloth sash. Nudist won't complain about wearing it. Then why would you need it then? Jean pack. Awful melee. Okay. I guess we'll just take the money. They don't really have anything that we want or can use. Satari says it's about a guy that finds alien robots and helps them find the resources to get back to space while trying to keep them undetected. Oh, that sounds fun. Really makes you think. Like, what if aliens showed up on Earth? Like an elf. And he just lives with a family that hates him. Beggars desire charity. A group of poor travelers, including a child, are approaching looking for help. They're begging for 7 herbal medicine. Yeah, well, yeah, whatever, that's fine. We got plenty of herbal medicine, I think. Yeah, we got tons of it. Fine. No big deal. Strapping is going to grab those. Maybe I should have more than one favorite movie. Should have like a list. I can tell you my favorite games. Outer Wilds. It's like at the top of the list. Crap. Is that it? Oh no. I guess like Persona 4 is on there. Man, this is actually harder than I thought it was gonna be. I figured I could just rattle off a bunch of games. I mean, I like Minecraft. Everybody likes Minecraft, probably. Not saying anything. Can I look at... Oh, XCOM? You guys know how much I like XCOM. I wish I could get into more Fire Emblem. But I feel like there's not a... Like, I don't know... Aside from Fire Emblem Awakening and maybe Three Houses, I haven't played that much Fire Emblem. So it's hard to say, oh, this is my favorite game, or this is my favorite series, or whatever. Because I haven't played enough. I don't know. There's an eclipse, so no. Like, by all accounts, I should love Fire Emblem. Because it combines tactical gameplay, RPG elements, character relationships, and permadeath is the other big one that I like. If someone could just make a game that's like that, but not necessarily tied down by all the Fire Emblem, like the stuff that goes into that, you know? That'd be super rad. Satari loved Alf when they were younger. That's... I've never seen Alf. I only know Alf, like, through jokes about Alf. Like, it was that weird era of TV that I did not grow up with. I grew up with Nickelodeon mostly, so I saw Rugrats and Doug and Hey Arnold and Our Real Monsters and all those. Plus, sometimes I might stay up to see some Nick at Night, which was usually like the Brady Bunch. Growth vats. Moisture pump. Oh. I don't think we're quite to that point yet. Let's grab Noble Apparel in case we ever get to that point. Tactics Ogre. Okay, let me check out Tactics Ogre because I have heard really good things about Tactics Ogre. Tactics Ogre Reborn? Is that the most... That's like a remake? Oh, crap. It's got mixed reviews. That's not good. All right. Disgaea is another one that I like. That doesn't have permadeath, obviously, but it's like a tactical thing. If you want the OG Tactics Ogre experience, I'm reading a review here. It's more recommended that you just play the PlayStation PS1 version or the PSP version if you don't like the gender-gated classes and instant death upon KO of your characters. Even Final Fantasy Tactics is a better representation of what Tactics Ogre was than this Tactics Ogre Lite. It used to matter where you put your character and which direction they face. While this is mentioned in the tutorial, in this game you will pretty much get a 100% hit chance unless buff or debuff is in play or enemy over levels you by a lot. You also won't dodge unless via weapons passive parry skills. Boy, that is a long ass review, and I'm guessing this person knows what they're talking about. That's the new one. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it sounded like from the review. Look, how hard is it to just make a game that everybody loves? Why did companies find this so difficult? I don't know. You think it would be easy? All you have to do is exactly what everybody wants. Remove floor. There we go. I guess I should start working on the kill box design, right? Yeah, something like that, right? Wait a minute. No, no, this works. This works. This is good. Then we dig this up. And the rest of this, I guess. There's no roof here, right? No, there's not. It's like, people love Fire Emblem. Why aren't there hundreds of Fire Emblem indie games that are basically the same thing? It's not a hard genre to pull off, is it? I mean, I guess it's harder than like a side-scrolling platformer or a asset flip zombie survival crafting game. But it's a heck of a lot easier to make that than something like a Breath of the Wild clone. Like all you have to do, okay, Fire Emblem. Tactical, combat, permadeath, story, characters. Done. Just do it. Get on it, chat. I believe in you. Noble apparel. Yeah, we're still researching that. Okay. Next up. Deep drilling is probably... Yeah, we'll grab deep drilling. Why not? Deep drilling. That could come in handy later. If we discover any... Actually, dig that out. If we discover some deposits at some point. Also, hey, look at that, chat. It is halftime. Let me check to see if anybody submitted any funny videos. Yes. Yes, they did. Really, I can't watch. No sign-in actually needed to watch it. Okay, fine. Let me take a look here. We're gonna pause the game. So, chat, for those of you who don't know, if anybody is new here, I have these delicious and sometimes disgusting Jelly Belly Bean Boozled jelly beans, and I watch videos that have been submitted by chat for me to quote unquote enjoy and laugh at, maybe. And if I laugh, I have to eat a bean. If I don't, I don't. Honestly, I should make it so if I don't laugh, chat has to eat a bean, but that's not logistically feasible for me to enforce. And let me make sure I can actually see this without having to log in, because Rilip is going to go watch Secondhand Lions with my wife, but I want to see you react. Okay, hold on. Let me... Secondhand Lions, really? With Haley Joel Osment and those old guys? All right, here we go, chat. Let me adjust so you guys can't hear the Rimworld in the back. And then I will bring in the window capture. There it is. This is off-brand for me, but it's got good editing. The movie or the Facebook thing? So before we watch Emmykin's submission, we're going to watch this. I don't...
Billy? You want to know my first thoughts? Since you...
Is there a way to, like, make it... Again, we're having the same problem that we had last time, where it's like super loud because they expect you to be watching this on your phone. So just give me a second to adjust the volume. Oh, come on. You can't like rewind it. Man, I fucking hate these stupid...
Wow, that was easy.
Are you fucking kidding me, Billy? You want to know my first thoughts since you want to be an ass?
What?
Damn, is he done already?
Why would I overcook an easy meal, Brandy?
Fuck! Billy, what were your thoughts after the first time we slept together?
Wow, that was easy.
Are you fucking kidding me, Billy? You want to know my first thoughts since you want to be an ass?
What?
Damn, is he done already?
Why would I overcook an easy meal, Brandy?
Fuck! Billy, what...
Okay. Very funny, I guess. I don't know. The obnoxious formatting is very annoying. The year is 2023. Give us volume controls. Give us what we need, internet. It's not that hard. Okay, now we're gonna watch this, which is almost guaranteed to make me laugh. But maybe I won't. I have Wargroove, Sartari. Wargroove is more like Advance Wars. Here we are. Don Beveridge hates Superman.
Tell the crew to push the Whopper button. Ladies and gentlemen, the third identity is also you. It is Clark Kent. Tell me something. In what city does Clark Kent live?
Oh, the boys look so good.
Metropolis. Thank God, my friend. Haagen-Dazs said Gotham City. Ladies and gentlemen, one day and the bankers are banking and the tellers are telling, and two hooded crooks are running into the bank. They go bang,
Oh,
bang,
man.
bang. Teller dies underneath the table. President dies underneath the table. Crooks go bang, bang, bang. As soon as the crooks leave with the money, President
wish I
comes
could
out
make
underneath the
these.
table. He picks up the telephone. Naturally, living in Metropolis, who does he call? Clark Kent, Clark Kent. They're robbing the bank. They're robbing the bank.
What? Why would you call Clark Kent?
Over here, mild-mannered reporter Clark Kent.
There he
Picks up
is.
the
It's Clark
telephone,
Kent.
says, Clark Kent here. He said, they're robbing the bank, they're robbing the bank. He says, I'll see if I can get a hold of Superman. He dashes into the nearest telephone.
That's not how it
works. He's got this big red S.
He's not a comic book expert.
No, apparently.
I want to know where this analogy goes,
He's got
though.
this big red S, and he's got them silly-looking blue tights. Now you know it's Superman because he's sitting in front of the open window. Flies out the window, see the crooks running down the street, runs the crooks, goes bang, 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 knocks the hell out of the crooks, puts them in jail. Tell me
Oh,
something.
this is so
What are
good.
the police in that town doing? They're eating donuts. Very good. Very good. Hopefully.
What's he getting at?
That's what I'm waiting for.
They're doing it in Krispy Kreme.
Chat, this is really hard to not
They're
laugh.
eating donuts. Ladies and
It's so
gentlemen,
good.
take it home with you. Ladies, you understand? Supermen destroy businesses. Supermen destroy people. This is the man.
What is he fucking talking about?
I really thought the
Okay, I'm
analogy
gonna
was
eat a
going
bean.
to be that
This is
when
so
you're the
fucking
employee, you have
good.
to have like
Zack
two
Snyder.
distinct personalities that you put on for different
Oh, man.
situations. But like,
Two-Face,
you can't
very
be the
cool.
Clark Kent when you're doing the discipline.
Oh,
you gotta be
jeez.
Superman when you do the discipline. But other
It's so
times you gotta be
good.
the Clark Kent, the mild-mannered. But no, he just wanted some rambling thing about how Superman was making lazy cops.
Ugh.
Cops are eating the donuts.
Okay, all
By
right.
the way, I'll never forget Manny Garcia.
Oh, man. Does anybody know? Maybe somebody knows about this. What is the program? Because that looks like almost like Team Fortress 2, which makes me think they're using whatever the Valve thing is. Okay, I guess I gotta eat a bean because Emmykins knows my one weakness. So here we go. We get the Bean Boozled. SFM, Source Filmmaker, that's what it is. Man, that's so good. All right, so here we go. Let's see what it is. Try to get just one on there. Oh, okay, it's not barf. It's either dead fish or smoothie. It's a smoothie. It's good. Not punished. Horizon's Gate, Sartari is saying. For another game recommendation, let me look into that. And also let me get the Rimworld sound back in there. Excellent, excellent submission, Emmykins. Like I said, she has a bit of an unfair advantage because she knows what I've laughed at previously. My head is a smoothie, Sartari. Thank you. Horizon's Gate. $20 on Steam. Voyage into the wide world of Errol as an explorer, trader, or privateer. This actually looks like Sid Meier's Pirates a little bit. Very positive, overwhelmingly positive. How have I not heard of this? This has like rave reviews. This is crazy. Top review. This game is an absolute gem. I knew from the moment I saw how the world traversal worked that it was going to grab me. Generally speaking, I do not enjoy turn-based combat. Agree to disagree. I have a terrible attention span and turn-based games inevitably bore me. So for me to recommend a game that's all about turn-based combat, hold on, that's going on my wish list, chat. I didn't have to read the rest of that. Looks great. Thank you, Sartari, for submitting that. Finally, the waifus. Unfortunately, there's just the one waifu, so we all have to share her. It's Spook. And she's already married, or she's currently in a relationship with Strapping. Sorry. It's like a mix between Pirates and Tactics Ogre. Oh man, I'm hyped now. This sounds great. I haven't, like I said, I haven't played Tactics Ogre, but I have played Pirates. I streamed it. Some of you may remember this. So, that could be good. She likes Strapping, yes. Marriage is on. Okay, now they're getting married. So, that's cool. Speaking of that's cool, chat, has anybody... Have you guys seen the Forspoken stuff? Mighty Stoosh doesn't know about Strapping? We have to have a little quick educational session about doing some strapping. So Forspoken is the latest action adventure third person fantasy game. It's from Square Enix. It's about an obnoxious person who gets isekai'd to another world, which I guess is a bit of an oxymoron. And she has to fight guys, and she's really obnoxious, apparently. She says stuff like, "That's just something I do now." Like it's a Marvel movie. "I've got a bow and arrow. None of this makes sense." Except that's actually like a funny line when Hawkeye says it in the movie. It's not funny when this person says it. Okay, I think it's time to close off this area now. So this is our gate, so to speak. This is how the raiders can get to us, whereas the other directions have doors. In fact, we're gonna upgrade the wooden door to a steel door. I don't know if that's actually that much better, but it's better than nothing. How is Hawkeye? He had a plow fall on him, didn't he? In the show, I didn't see the show. Maybe. He might not be doing so hot. Forspoken is one of the first games made in the new Unreal Engine, from what I understand, and it is graphically amazing. It does look really good, and I've heard the gameplay is actually pretty good. Or at least not bad. But it sounds like most of the complaints are about the main character and the story, which... like, I don't care about those things unless they're bad. Ah, crap, I did the wrong thing. It's like a good story's not going to elevate a bad game for me, but a bad story will absolutely kill a good game. Kind of like music. Renner got run over by a snowplow. Walking home from our house Christmas Eve. Wait, oh wait, the actual actor. Yes. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think he did in the show. Let me see how he's doing. Jeremy Renner update. Jeremy Renner was trying to protect his nephew from a sliding snowplow when he was crushed. Is he okay? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. He suffered blunt chest trauma and orthopedic injuries. It's like a Rimworld injury. Just last week, the Hurt Locker actor finally returned home after spending 2 weeks in the hospital, so I guess he's doing all right. As rare green comet gets closer to Earth, get the best view with these tips. I guess there's a green comet headed for Earth. Great. I'm sure that's fine. Protecting his nephew. What a dude. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want my nephew to get run over by a snowplow either. Like, that would suck. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that because I live nowhere near my nephew. Maximum overdrive incoming. Here it comes. Green comet time. Maybe we'll get a Night of the Living Dead type situation. Probably not. That would be way too interesting. Or horrifying, you know, one of the two. Either that or the Burning Legion is on the way. The Burning Legion. Is that a World of Warcraft reference? What a nerd. Look at this nerd chat talking about World of Warcraft stuff. How embarrassing. Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, boy. I gotta decide what I'm gonna do with this space here now. Because I thought... Yeah, I was gonna do something where these could be rooms. This could probably be like a hospital. And then... My only concern would be having the prison so close to the entrance, but maybe that's fine. I feel like I'd rather have the prison further inside the base. All right, deep drilling has been researched. Let's do shields. Shields are good. I like shields. Shields are important. So we should haul these out of the way. I know there was talk about turning this side into the kill box. I don't know how I feel about that though. Atari says, I'm actually a dork, not a nerd. I have the crippling social anxiety and interest in niche entertainment, but I'm not smart enough to qualify for a nerd. You're probably smart enough to qualify for a nerd. I think they lowered the requirements a couple of years ago. I think now all you have to do is like Marvel movies and you're automatically qualified. The standards have gone way downhill. You just have to say something like, OMG, I'm so nerdy, LOL. Saving Tobbs. Barrows. High Stellarch of the Refugee Empire says their friend has been wounded while traveling. A 19-year-old mute. How far away is this? That's really far. I don't know if I have like what I need to actually do that. Oh no, my ambrosia. It rotted away in storage. How sad. Fine, we'll harvest some more. Oh, that's a geek. Oh, my bad. All right, you can be a dork then. Yeah, what are the requirements to be a nerd? You have to be smart? Like smart how? Like you know a lot of Star Wars facts? Because I know those. I know that Dexter Jetster is like the coolest character. I mean, just look at that name, Dexter Jetster. How could you have a Star Wars character cooler than that? You can't, it's impossible. Don't even bother trying. What should I even be doing? Like, I can't realistically send somebody off on their own. I know what I can do. I can make a sword. Make a badass longsword. Make that out of steel, of course. Steel longsword. What else do I know? I know that oh crap, what is this? Darth Vader. That guy. Darth Vader's armor was polished with voodoo hide, despite the fact it was made out of substandard materials in order to impress Emperor Palpatine. Okay, we apparently have been submitted a Venn diagram, how to tell which one you are. Intelligence plus social ineptitude is dweeb. Intelligence plus obsession is geek. Obsession plus social ineptitude is dork. And if you're a combination of all three, you are a nerd. I like that. That's a very simple, straightforward, easy to understand Venn diagram. I think I would maybe be a geek then, because I feel like you can't stream if you are like completely socially inept. Maybe that's not true. Maybe there are, I'm sure there's plenty of streamers out there who are completely socially inept. I used to be extremely socially inept, and then I either grew out of it, or I still am and I just don't realize it. Which would be worse? Being inept and not realizing it, or I guess, yeah, being inept and not realizing it would be worse than just being it. Can we make medicine? That requires something, right? Oh, it requires drug production to unlock medicine production, right? Huh. Okay. Well, we can work on that later. Let's get an electric smelter going. Consumes a lot of power. That's fine. We have a lot of power, as it turns out. So chat, where do you fall on that Venn diagram? Does anybody want to volunteer information about themselves? We were working on shields? Oh, now I want drug production. And we would like to smelt metal from slag and do that forever. Get that slag out of here. I don't want to see it anymore. Although specifically, I only want to do it if we've already hauled it. So let's like cut down the radius to like right there. Perfect. We also still have this other geothermal vent we have not yet tapped. That is coming in the future. How do we want to handle this? Because this is a fertile plot of soil. I guess we'll just leave it for now. There's no reason we need to do anything here. I would like to add some hex tile. Like right here. We'll start spreading out the hex tile. Because it's kind of expensive. And I don't want to go all in, like doing all the floors in that look. I think we'll also go ahead and pave this over. There we go. Psychic drone, low, male. All right, we're good. We don't have to worry about that, right, chat? That's not a big deal. So what is going on Twitch today? What am I missing out on by streaming right now? Oh, man. I'm missing... Is Amaranth streaming? Maybe I am. Maybe not. Probably not. I don't even know how to spell her name. I couldn't even look if I wanted to. I feel like it has a U in it for some reason. We should probably move those meditation spots. Like over here. Get rid of those. I mean, I don't really care where they meditate. I would just obviously prefer it if it was closer to where they hang out most of the time. Should also start mining this steel here. More steel ready to go. And what else? I think that's it. I think we're doing a good job. Everybody's happy. We're building a nice little base. We got our defenses set up. The door is complete. We can start making medicine eventually. And if I wanted to make medicine, I would need the drug lab. We don't have to call it a drug lab. That's probably a little bit. That's giving it a value judgment that it probably does not deserve. Like, you know, I'm not making. I guess medicine is technically drugs. That was one of the things I learned in Dare, is that yes, drugs are not all drugs are bad, but the bad drugs are really bad and they will kill you. If you use them, you go to hell before you die. And then I never did drugs. Anyway, so here's the Simply Spiked lemonade. I never... Is it smart? If there are any Americans in the chat, or non-Americans, maybe you can weigh in, to teach kids that alcohol is bad and other drugs are bad, and then they find out that they're not bad, or they're not as bad as you say they are, they're not going to believe anything you say then. Because they're going to be like, okay, well, they're lying to us about that. Well, is heroin really that bad? I guess I'm going to try heroin now. Hey, Rainbow Yeti's here. Wait. Rainbow Yeti's sneaking in here and wants me to call them a bad word. Thank you for calling that out, Emmykins, because I wouldn't have seen it otherwise, due to the way that the app works. Rainbow Yeti wants a bad word. Let's see what I can... Let's see. Wait, I can generate my own swear words? Thanks, Google. Press generate. I pressed it. It's not doing anything. Okay, it doesn't work. Let's try this. Idiotic fuck blossom? Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. Tone deaf taint monster. Rainbow Yeti, you're a tone deaf taint monster. And I could use some advice for Rimworld. So if you have any tips or tricks, now's the time to throw them in there. Dude, I just found the best website ever. Creepy Taint Waffle. Pompous Turd Pilot. These are so good. I mean, really, you can combine any 3 words like that and probably get some level of insult, right? Ooh, the low psychic drone. You want a cape? Did I give this to the wrong person? Or did I just never make the cape? I definitely made the cape. Who was wearing the cape? Strapping. My dude. Why are you wearing the cape? Take off the cape. Cape. Gotta turn that off, I guess. He'll take it off. I'm enjoying the bad words. Makes me sharply exhale from my nose. Well, that's more than I did for the video Rillip submitted today, which mostly just was me being frustrated with Facebook's terrible TikTok ripoff, and then the fact that the video itself was not that funny. However, Emmykins saved the night and made me eat a bean by simply submitting an animated version of a Red Letter Media bit, which really, chat, that's all you gotta do. Just find animated versions of a Red Letter Media bit and I will probably laugh. Not necessarily from the bit itself, but just because I remember watching the original and how funny it was, and then that makes me think of things that are funny and then I laugh. All right, here comes a supplier. I think they said bulk goods, so maybe we can sell off some of our meat if they want it. Who's the leader? Ah, I see their leader has presumably a bad back. Wow. Holy cow, chat. Cataracts in both eyes, frail, bad back, and an artery blockage. Heart artery blockages randomly induce heart attacks. This person is on death's door, and they should not be in charge of this caravan. This is insanity. I don't even know if they're gonna make it here. We better go trade with them now before they die. What Rimworld advice am I looking for? What should I be doing? How do I get more people? Stuff like that. Okay, human meat doesn't go for very much, apparently. We have a ton of beef we could sell. Like, we don't need all this beef, right? Like 600 of it. That's good. That's some money. We have a bunch of corn we can sell. And what are they selling? They got components. We'll buy all your components. We could probably buy some steel. We could sell the slice cap. Just looking through here. Muffalo wool cape. That sounds pretty good. I think we won't take the steel. But yeah, I will take all the components, and then we'll even this out a bit. We can sell like 1,000 corn. And maybe just like all the beef. It doesn't matter. Like, it's just meat. Who cares? Got plenty more where that came from. There we go. I'll take that trade. One of the biggest ways I've recruited people is capturing raiders. Well, yes. We keep killing the raiders despite the fact that I'm like beating them to death with guns. Because I think the game does have a built-in like auto death thing sometimes. Like, no matter what you're doing, it'll just kill the person. Which is... I can't capture people if they're dead, you know? I know you might not believe that, but it is true. Let's call this guy and see what he's got. We got a component. I mean, there is a guy we could go try to get, but I don't have... Sell the knife. Yeah, we'll sell the machine pistol. Who cares? We don't need it. A shield belt could be good. That's tempting. Yeah, let's get a shield belt, actually. That'll save me a headache. Strapping. Go put that on, please. So right now, there is a guy up here that we could go rescue. My concern is that we just won't... I don't have a way to take food because I'm using the nutrient-based dispenser. Sometimes you kill the raider, sometimes you wound them enough. Yes, I do know about those mechanics. It's just... we have not had any luck. I think we knocked one guy out and captured him, but he sucked, so I killed him. We executed him. It was an excellent execution, so we got a big mood bonus. I mean, Spook we recruited because she came to join us, then she betrayed us, then we captured her, and then we recruited her to join us. Dude, what does he have on his back? Hold on. He has a smoke pop pack. That's cool, I guess. If they suck, you can always turn them into slaves. That's very, very pragmatic of you. Maybe I'll do that. And yeah, non-lethal weapons are definitely a mod. Sadly. Maybe not sadly. It didn't help that the guy we were trying to knock out was a genie. So he didn't have like high hopes of surviving that fight anyway. All right, I know what we need to do. We need to get someone who can cook so we can take our food on the road. If they have health issues, they can be slaves. So much slavery, holy cow. Maybe you're right though. Maybe that is what I need to start doing. I also opened up the... Can you guys please go gather that up? What the heck? Repairing the heater. Spook, I need you to go grab this medicine now. Yeah, we opened up the danger and fought. There were 2 little robots in there. We managed to fight them and kill them. Now I'm concerned about opening up the crypto sleep caskets, though. Is that recommended to do that? Like, what does it? I feel like it opens all of them if you open it, which would not be good. Obviously, I don't want all of them at once. Consuming ambrosia. Yummy. Is our dog still addicted to ambrosia, by the way? I don't even know where our dog is. Right here. Nope. No longer addicted to ambrosia. That's good. But yeah, let's take a look actually. Maybe there's the Rimworld crypto sleep casket in the hidden danger or whatever. Ancient crypto sleep casket. Can only be found inside ancient shrines. They're almost always occupied by ancients and guarded by either mechanoids or insectoids. A pawn can enter or be carried into a crypto sleep casket to activate crypto sleep. Okay, blah blah blah. For colonists, okay. Can we just go open it maybe? I don't normally give my dogs ambrosia or store it in general. No, I put the ambrosia someplace where they couldn't get it. They've left a gift, Molotov cocktails. Oh, how nice, I guess. Exotic trades good. Trader person. Exotic goods trader. That's the word I was thinking of. Here they come. See if they want any of the stuff that we're selling. Medicine production is up. Go for the transport pod. Maybe we can use that to help us out. Yeah, the dog was just getting into the ambrosia. I wasn't encouraging it. It just seemed to decide that's what it wanted to eat today. Okay. We could buy a mega screen. We don't have enough money for that. What am I saying? Maybe if we sold a couple of cows, some plasteel, some gold. Nah, even if we sold all the gold, we wouldn't have enough for the mega screen television. That's too bad. Get word of trust. Speak to the prisoner while using psychic suggestions to reduce their resistance. This can only reduce a prisoner's resistance, but cannot recruit them. That actually sounds awesome. Kind of want that. Yeah. Hole, you can use that, buddy. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yeah. Word of trust. Then we'll eventually, if we ever get to a prisoner, we'll have to increase his desired psi power. Another way I recruited people are from making friends with guests, but that's through the guest mod. Yeah, there's, again, with all the mod stuff. We don't have that. Advent Archism, what could that do? You have goodwill. I want to say the party could give us somebody, actually. No, we have to do the Skylight Festival. All right, hold on. We're going to do a Skylight Festival. We need a party... No, Ideologian. Ritual spot. Let's do a Skylight Festival. Begin. I know it's raining. I know you guys don't want to be outside right now. But we're going to make sky lanterns and we're going to have a good time and we're going to hopefully get somebody to join us. I totally forgot about this. I should have been doing this. Rimworld doesn't like it when you have more than 12 colonists. Well, I've only got 4. Look at him go. So majestic. They fly off into the unknown. Wanderer joins. Dre. Hey, welcome. Welcome, Dre. Come on in. Where are ya? How the heck are you, Dre? You are a genie. Hey, we take those. We take those. You're a miner and a crafter. Not quite what we needed. Let's take... Can we see their genes? Is that... How do I see their genes, chap? They have dementia. Ah, fuck. They're 88? They have a wooden foot? What the heck? Come on, man. Well, that sucks. Why would they give me the literal worst pawn they could? That is... Can she even move? Wow. Okay, well, I guess whatever. You get what you get. Can we fix dementia? Is that an option? Grandma can make socks for everyone. Yeah, I guess so. We'll put her in charge of mything and tailoring then. Okay, well, Spook then. I guess you're in charge of making art. So let's put down an art bench. And we will start cranking out some art. So come on, Grandma. Let's put you to work. Make a slice cap or something. Man, that sucks. I mean, it's nice that I have an extra pawn, but I was hoping for something a little bit less bad. Oh well. Can't always get what you want, right? I should probably turn that up so she's not mining. Please stop mining, Dre. Thank you. All right, Grandma, come on. She has dementia. She's old and bonkers. She's a wooden foot. The wooden foot's not really that big of a deal. Like, obviously, I'd prefer she didn't have a wooden foot. She could have, like, a better foot. Should probably get her on the right schedule, too. There we go. But yeah, I don't think there's a cure for dementia. Maybe we could put her in the anti-aging chamber. That could be an option. All right, let's make a Arctic sculpture out of 100 metal, wood, or stone. I guess wood is fine. Requires 100. Sure, we'll make it out of wood. That's okay. We'll put it in the dining room so everybody can see it. To my knowledge, there's no cure for dementia unless DLC Biotech has something for it. I don't think it does. I think she's just gonna be old and bonkers. Maybe like the nano machines could fix it. But even then, I don't know. Let me take a look here. Dementia. Dementia, hold on. Dementia is simply the functionality of the brain declining and affects all. Can only be healed with Luciferium or a healer mech serum. So yeah, either we get the nanobots or we get some Luciferium and let Grandma go nuts with the Luciferium. Could be fun. It could be a fun little experiment where we just let Grandma smoke the, or do whatever, inject it, snort it. I don't know how Luciferium works. Yeah, we're gonna turn off sewing because I want to switch this over to something else. All right, we got plenty of steel. We made a slice cap. How's everybody else doing? Let's take a look through the needs here. Not scarified. Okay, we need to do a ritual scar. Party of grandmas. I got the Luciferium. Come get some. Insulted by whom exactly? Who insulted you? Somebody was insulted. It must have been one of the guests. Okay. That's fine. Dre, how are you doing? She's old and bonkers. She's in minor pain. You should not be complaining about pain because we don't believe in complaining about pain. That's like one of our things that we do. Minor pain shouldn't matter. Is that a bug? Nah, whatever. You'll be fine. So I'm noticing we're into Aprime again. So we're in spring. Quest available. Linnea's Nomads. 3 desperate refugees are approaching. They say a great flash storm burned down their home. They would like to work and fight for free. They're not part of any faction. You can choose to kill, arrest, sell, or harvest them without diplomatic consequences. Oh yeah? That's tempting. The person with minor pain. They are converted, yes. As you can see. Oh, disabled by wimp. Because they're also a wimp, apparently. Override some precepts related to pain and scarification. Conflicts with memes. Pain is virtue. So yeah, that's why. Because they're a genie. Which is fine. Do we let these people come stay with us? I mean, we don't quite have enough room for them. I can make room real quick. They're not going to be necessarily very happy with the accommodations. But they'll at least have a place to sleep. And they'll have food to eat. Enslave the refugees. Maybe. Maybe that's what we'll do. You got to do what you got to do, right? We'll pick the best ones to imprison, and then the other ones we can just execute or whatever, or make them leave. All right, let's grab a multi-analyzer. Who cares? All right, bring them on. Let's go. Refugees arrived. They will stay with you for 15 days so they can rest and regroup. So let's take a look. What do we got here? We got Buffy Jensen. They are useless to us. You're a baseliner that has cooking. All right. They're also a body purist though, but that's fine. Wielding steel knife. And Linnea is an ascetic who is good at mining, crafting, animals, and intellectual. She's also 69 though. I think we bring on Lynx here and we let the rest leave. So let me put them to work here. We're not gonna fight them right away. But I am gonna put you in charge of cooking. I'll just make them like clean and stuff. I don't want them doing anything else. Yeah, something like that. You guys can haul shit around and clean. And you can be our cook. You can sell slaves for money, so it might be worth keeping them instead of killing them. Good point. I guess my concern would be they might try to escape. All right. So welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. Lynx is the one we're going for here. He's young. He's got stuff we need. He is incapable of intellectual and firefighting, whatever, I don't care. He has no health conditions. We can scarify him. You have to assign a colonist to watch the slaves. Is that new? Or does that just fall under the warden thing? Because I know they tend to get a little cranky, the slaves, if you don't constantly keep an eye on them. Which is a little frustrating. All right, let's cook up some psychite tea for everybody. Make baby food. Oh, well, we don't have babies yet, so I'm gonna assume that we don't need baby food just yet. All right, there we go. We should also start copying our chairs so people have workplaces to work at. Now, like I said, I'm not going to take them just yet. I'm going to wait to see what they do, because they might decide to join of their own free will, in which case, that's fine. They have weapons. Yes, technically. Lynx, what is your deal? Let's try to make sure he's happy as he can be. Go ahead and drop your knife. You won't be needing that. So that should automatically make him happy. He's got ratty apparel. Let's assign... We cannot change his outfit. We're also going to change this to herbal medicine. Except for you. You can have good medicine. Dre can also only have herbal medicine. I'm not going to waste medicine keeping an 88-year-old woman alive. That's insane. Like, if it's her time to go, it's her time to go. I'm looking to last into the long term here. We may have to start building some mausoleums. All right, here come the chairs. I would also like to make some fine meals. Do until you have, I don't know, like 20. And we should assign who can eat that. You guys eat nutrient paste. 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 You guys can also only eat paste. Lynx, you can have whatever you want, buddy. I want you to be as happy as possible. Warden would be the one watching prisoners. Okay. Well, we'll see if we ever get around to having slaves. I always find that slaves are more trouble than they're worth in this game, but maybe this time we can work something out. I don't know. Just seems like that to me sometimes. All right, we got Psychite tea. Everybody's happy. We have idlers. Oh, what the heck? Gotta start working on something. I guess this wall isn't really necessary. So if this is where they're gonna come in, let's throw down an example of a mini turret here. And this thing has crazy range. What the heck? All right, I know what we're gonna do. Think. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put down the turrets, but I'm gonna cancel them once I have sort of the layout that I need. Yeah, I guess that works. And like that. That. And then like that. Okay, there we go. So this is kind of how the wall's gonna look, right? It's gonna look a little funky, and I understand from what I've read, this is actually not very efficient, but I think it looks cool, so we're gonna go for that. That's way more important than being efficient, in my opinion, which is probably why I have so many problems with this game. All right, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 again. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1. All right. Let's just start carving this out. Boom. Got him. Ooh. Might be a mod, but there might be a jailer skill to watch over the slaves. I think that's got to be a mod then. I think that's just combined with the warden in the base game. Oh, I should probably cancel these. There we go. Yeah, we have a nice semicircle of turrets here that will all pinpoint right in the middle. So we need to seal off this area. I guess I didn't really look too hard at how this was going to go. So that can go there. That can go there. That can go there. There, there, and then that's as far as it'll go. Now we have the perfect semicircular shape. Just what I was looking for. Beautiful. And then the same thing here, so that is 9 total. 9. And then goes in by how much? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like me trying to build a circle in Minecraft. Crazy. All right, then 3. Wait a minute. Wait just a dang minute, chat. I screwed this up. I didn't go far enough. Hold on. We can fix this. Okay, so then it goes 3. Like trying to link it up the wrong direction. Then 3 again. Then 3. Then 4. Then 9. There we go. Okay. So now we have the full... This is the full semicircle on both sides. We should also start building the walls. And now we have a beautiful, beautiful kill box. Big, beautiful kill box. A BBKB. Is this extremely expensive and not very useful? Yes. Is it going to look awesome? Also, yes. And that is my goal. Look at it, already looks good. Yeah. Then we just have to build a little funnel. Then everybody comes in the one direction, and actually going to extend out this wall here. I want to do this. Just thinking we can use more space here. All right, get around to it. Join offer, Linnea. Linnea believes she is happy. She wishes to join you permanently. Just Linnea? Hold on, what is her deal? She's the 69-year-old one, right? She's mining, animals, crafting. I mean, she can't shoot. I get worst case scenario, she'll just die. Got a lurk? All right. Rainbow Yeti likes that I'm playing Rimworld again. Yeah, I'm enjoying it enough this time. So thanks for the lurk. Have fun playing some games. Okay, what do we need? You know what? Sure, why the heck not? Welcome aboard, Linnea. I think we can all get along here. See, we didn't even have to enslave her. She enslaved herself. What if there's a wall here, there's a wall here. What if we did the wall like this? Oh, look at that. But then even better, let's one up on that. Holy crap, chat, look at this. Look at the firing line. It's just getting bigger and bigger. This is the craziest thing you've ever seen, chat. We can have some doors here so they can like fall back into little positions. So this whole area will be open just to give them a path to funnel through. But we can then lure them in and then hit them with the melee guys from the sides as they try to come through the main gap. It's a risky maneuver, but I think we can pull it off. All right, what is your deal? Wielding a steel knife. All right, just go ahead and drop that if you're gonna bitch about it. Observe the corpse. Maybe don't go in the freezer. That's probably... Yeah, maybe don't do that. Linnea, though, hey, how's it going? Let's give you a little conversion ritual. We're gonna convert Linnea. Performed recently. Oh crap, it gets a minus. Minus 4.2. I don't like that. Room's impressiveness. How do we increase that? Presumably with a statue, of which we have one. You just put it right on the other side. It's poor. What? Come on, man. I guess her art isn't very high. It's only 4. Makes sense. Mining is going up. That's nice to see. Is she naked? She is 100% naked. What the heck? Put on some clothes, man. Make her some clothes. We need a button-down shirt. We need some pants. Pants. Up. There we go. We're cranking out some pants, so she has some clothes to wear. So she's not naked. Okay, right. Dre is our tailor now. She'll get right on it, I'm sure. We are still cranking out some walls here. Why would you not wear... I've set it to anything. She should be fine. Okay, she's going to put it on right now. Oh boy, chat. The human pawn can first get dementia from aging at age 69.
69, dudes!
Just reading the wiki here. That's kind of sad. I'm just imagining myself at 69. Am I going to have dementia? I probably won't even make it to 69 at this rate. Jeez. All I do is sit around and play video games all the time. Probably start doing more than that. Whatever. The weather controller is no longer changing the weather. Hey, that's right. I forgot that that was a quest we took. Neat. Are there any other weapons that we dropped? I don't see any. Okay, can we do the conversion ritual yet? We still have a penalty to it. We'll just wait. Mining. This is all already. Oh, roof collapse. Oh, yikes. You all right, dude? Holy cow. I was not expecting that to happen. Yeah, there's roof there. What is this? It's a thin roof, so we can actually get rid of that. Just get rid of what we can. think it's safe to leave mountain roof exposed like that. I think that's okay. As far as like insects coming in and stuff. 'Cause I know that's one of the things about having a mountain roof. There we go. And that's fixed. So part of the kill box arc will be under the mountain, but I think that's okay. Obviously, I don't know for sure. Just kind of hoping. And we are still making stone chunks from the blocks. I can turn off roofs. Although, let me build a roof there too. Just taking. Oh, we do already have some under the mountain stuff for our med bay. Oh well. Insects show up, they show up. Strapping is inspired with a work frenzy. Dude, he is going crazy. Opinion of my fiance, Spook. Got some lovin'. Beautiful Sky Lantern Festival. He truly is having a great time. Let that be a lesson to the rest of you. Jensen, how are you doing, buddy? Ratty apparel, uncomfortable, a nutrient paste meal. Yeah, he's not super hyped about this. We may have to use some more forceful persuasion, so to speak. Okay, so coal goes in here. Dig that up. We'll be put the AC in there. You gotta run power lines too. So there we go. Like so. Run a couple more power lines too, just in case, you know, power line gets cut somewhere. We have redundant, bit of a redundant grid. Oh. Just looking at the dust on my desk, chat. It's like kind of gross. I keep saying I'm going to clean it, and then I just don't. Because I come home from work, and the last thing I want to do is chores around the house, you know? But then I'm sitting here streaming, and I'm looking. It's like, well, I probably should do something, you know? But then I don't. I don't know. What is the solution? Nobody knows. All right, let's try hauling some stuff. Solution is to suck it up and do it, I guess. Probably what the real answer is. Oh. Okay. Then we have these guys again. The crypto sleep caskets. I gotta open those up at some point. Maybe we'll save that for next week. Can use that as a little surprise. People can pop in. They'll see that there's some crypto sleep caskets. It'll be a good time. Like those party poppers. The ones, you guys remember the ones from RuneScape where you could get the party hat? Those things are worth like a Brazilian gold now. I think I started playing RuneScape after that. When did I quit RuneScape? Probably like 2006 or 2007. Probably 2006. So I don't know when RuneScape got bad. I was out of there before it actually did. I mean, it was probably always kind of bad, but it was definitely one of the lowest barrier to entry MMOs you could play as a kid, considering it was free to play for the most part. All right, so we got the air conditioners ready to install. What are we missing? Steel, I guess. We got steel. We got components. Waste dump. Divine Chair Lissa of Hyam has a special request. Someone has dumped an abundance of toxic waste packs. if we take these, oh, we can get a Psylink Neuroformer. Ooh, baby. Yeah, we'll take those. Sure, why not? Hold on, I better Google this, chat, before I get myself killed. Toxic waste pack. All right, what can you do with those? Dissolution. 1 waste pack per stack will dissolve every 8 days. Okay. So what happens? Pollution is localized. Waste packs that deteriorate away from your base won't have an impact, at least for a while. Dumping it near a faction base. Caravans take time for food to set up. Transport pods can dump waste packs far away. You can choose which faction to anger or possibly dump it away from anybody. 1 pod, which can store up to 25 waste packs. Shuttles store up to 166 waste packs. Waste pack atomizers have no direct consequences from their use. However, they require a precious nanostructuring chip to create. Okay. Pollux trees. These trees can only grow naturally if there is plenty of pollution. They clean only 20% as fast as a waste pack atomizer and can only clean if there's no artificial buildings in the area, but will erase pollution directly from the ground. I kind of want them, and maybe we'll just hold on to them for now. My concern is if we store them in the freezer and then the power goes out, they could start to deteriorate, which would suck. We'll put them back here. Waste packs? Waste rat corpse. No. Can you not put these on? Box pack. A reusable backpack. That's not what I'm looking for. All right, I'm gonna take it because I really want that neuroformer. And we'll see where the toxic waste comes in. Where is it? Okay, she's gonna deliver them by transport pod. So they will show up eventually. Oh, there they are. Okay. Okay. So, toxic waste pack. Toxic. All right, we'll just dump them away from the base, I guess. We'll like dump them over here. Because like, what's the worst that could happen, right? I don't care. If shit starts to go bad, we'll just move. Designate an area where colonists will manually clean the polluted terrain. Okay, I don't care. Let's haul. Oh. Okay, fine. We'll move them away. Some items are always haulable and can't be designated. Okay, now this should not have anything else in it. Hold on. I only want toxic waste packs, please. The rest of them can go into this dumping stockpile, which cannot have toxic waste packs, only rocks and slag. How does that sound? I think they think it sounds okay. Also, Linnea, what is your deal? We're gonna take that away from you. What are you doing? Oh, where we gotta do our conversion ceremony. There we go. Let the ceremony begin. Fire starting spree, spook. Oh, that's not great. Can you not do that? Shit. Now is not a great time to start a fire. Actually, we were kind of in the middle of something. That is like the worst time to start a fire. Are you kidding me? Like right in the middle of the ceremony? Gonna like light it. Yeah, I gotta like send the grandma around to clean up. It's ridiculous. Now the ceremony is ruined. Thanks a lot, Spook. Yeah, try setting that on fire, idiot. Yeah, yeah, light that on fire. That'll work. Spook is crazy, man. Remind me to not get pyromaniacs in the future. I thought everybody was memeing about how dumb it is, but turns out it actually is really bad. Because they just will randomly do this. Terrible. Wow, I wonder why. Because everybody fucking had to deal with nonsense. Thanks, Spook, for ruining everything. What an asshole. Oh boy. Okay. Well, she's done now. So cool. Linnea, how are you feeling? You're at 99%, huh? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Wow. Worst possible timing ever. It's fine. Okay. Neural supercharger. Feel like we can't afford to make those just yet. So let's look into tree sowing. I think there's some tree sowing we can do at some point. Can you guys please start moving these? I like how they were complaining about not having enough work to do, and now... Oh, they're moving them. Okay, there they go. They're starting to move. So these are going to deteriorate and pollute this area over here, I guess. I don't know what that will eventually result in. I guess it'll like pollute the ground or something. Presumably that is bad. Collapsed rocks. Oh, that must have been from when the pod came in. Makes sense. We could do a scarification. A ritual scarring where a cutter carves an ideologious symbol into a target. The audience will watch as the cutter gives a speech performing the cutting, then says some finishing words. We could do... Yeah, we still need the kneel sheets. We'll wait for that. Maybe the problem is you don't have enough pyros. Yeah, if only we had more pyromaniacs, then, you know, we could just burn the whole base down and then they'd be satisfied. I guess. It's really what they want. So this goes out 5. Take that. Okay. Oh boy. We're approaching the end of the stream anyway, chat, so I want to thank everybody for coming out. If you did, they would have loved the fire in the ceremony. Yeah, they would have loved the fire. It would have not ruined the ceremony at all. It would have been totally cool. But anyway, chat, I think we're going to wrap it up tonight. I've been streaming for 3 hours. I'm sleepy. It's Friday. I finished about half of this thing like I predicted. So we'll be back next week. Probably with more Rimworld, maybe something else. I don't know. These streams are always kind of just whatever I'm feeling, right? So we're just gonna shut her down. Everybody scatter to the winds. Go do what you gotta do. And I will see you on Monday. No stream tomorrow. Yes, no stream tomorrow. I got fun stuff I gotta do tomorrow. So we'll be back on Monday. Anyway, have a great night, everyone.